Hey guys, this is T-Gaz in Roblox Studio. Sorry I haven't been doing too many videos this year. I've been sorting out my life at the moment and my house. Anyway, my example that I've come up with this time is, Windows has got a console, like the command prompt and things. Well, this is my version. So you can move it around. You can also do the full screen if you wanted to. There's still a bug in the code where if I go to full screen and then type something in like that, it will not wrap around the screen, but it's workable at the moment. I can actually browse the workspace or my game if you like. So I can do dir and that return the stuff in the workspace. I can also do cd. Let's actually go into my play model. Like so, and then go dir. That's all the stuff inside my model. This has taken a little while for me to work out how to do it. First of all, how to align all the little bits and pieces on this display. If I show you how I've actually made this look like the console, I've also made a way where you can actually customize the colors, but I haven't programmed that part yet. So it's just a default colour. So here's my GUI. There's quite a few modules in it, and at the moment, because it's only a local script inside my player, it will not be able to change anything inside the workspace unless I write a server-side script. What I'm actually thinking about doing with this is making it into a little plugin, where rather than you're sort of in game, you add a plugin up here somewhere, where then you can just type in something, and then you can set a property of your things. You can write bat files and things like that, where you can actually command things. Basically like what the Roblox had. I don't know where it's gone now, but you used to be able to run a script, like a Lua script, inside Roblox. That wasn't a plugin or inside the game. You just just insert it into the game and it runs in the background. I don't know why Roblox has got rid of that, unless it's still here somewhere hidden. So I thought I could handle it on myself. So let's have a look if I can find it. Oh, there we go, run script. Oh, so they've still got it. Oh well, this is my version. So yeah, so it's basically modelled around the command prompt on Windows, where you also got the CD to go back, and dir. So where are we? Workspace. Okay. So dir base plate. Oh, it would help if I do CD base plate. At the moment, I haven't programmed that part in. When you type dir and then the directory name, it would list what's in that directory. I still quite haven't got that yet, but I can do this. So all we got is just a base plate, so which is true. And one thing I've found out with this coding, if I go right back to the root like this, like so, and then type dir, we get all the services and that. Look at that lot. That's what's running it behind your every game that you make. Artist stuff I don't know. Well, starter pack I know. Let's have a look. CD. Oh, CD players. Okay, so players are not a valid member. I might have to do capital P, I think. There you go. dir. And it's only just me in there. So CD T-Gaza. dir. And there we go. We've got all our bits and pieces in there. Yeah, so I won't go too in depth with the coding of it because it's really messy at the moment. Like my console the main part of the console script. This is just basically just handling the commands, if you like we got. That's something I'm going to do later. You might recognise it. This is clear, which is basically this. So CLS, there you go, clears the screen. So it's basically like a normal command prompt, if you like. dir, which is what I've been using, and eventually I'll be doing dir and then another object, like if you're inside the workspace and you type dir together, and then it will list all the things inside my player model, a bit like what I'm doing here. If I go cd and then cd workspace cd together and then dir. There we go. So basically that's what I'll be doing later. And I've just spotted a bug. That's meant to be dir together, not dir, not dirt. Oh well, bugs galore. So yeah, so I've gone through the made a clear function, made a dir function, made a cd function, change directory, and eventually once I make this into a proper plugin, we'll be able to change the properties of anything inside the game from this console, once I work out how to do it. It's kind of like a pet project that I've been doing off and on to keep my mind sane from what's actually going on in my real life. You don't want to know. Ugh. Let's just say solicitors are involved and everything else. But I'm good. And hopefully soon, by the new year, touch wood, it'll be all sorted out by then. So my terminal module, this is where all the messy parts are. This is basically just making the terminal look like it is. Like I've got a default style where I can change the font color, background color of the text, the font style or typeface, if you like, and the size. And this is just defaults, if you like. Like I've got, for this bit down here, I've actually made it look like part of the command bar, but that's actually three elements. We got, ooh, I got duplicates there. I did wonder what was going on there. Yeah, there's meant to be only one in there, one of each. So I don't know what's going on there. I'll have to change that. But anyway. So what I'm doing is every time you type in something, it updates the display through this terminal module. And that's my defaults. That's getting the font size, so I know how big to resize the elements, like these input fields and things. Then get the window size, which is the actual terminal size. Then we got, okay, so that's the other way around. So that is the actual size of the window, which is that, and this terminal size is how many characters, like letters, I can fit on the page or on the window. The set cursor position is basically, if you ever done Minecraft Feed the Beast, and I think it's called Computer Craft, if you ever programmed in that, that's a function that's inside that, which is basically just sets the position of the cursor on the page. At the moment that's not completely done at the moment, because I've tried to set it on a point on the page and it doesn't quite work, but I can show you that at the end of this little showcase, if you like, because I've hooked up a text movie, if you like, to this console. It's one of the first things that I ever done. All I'm going to say is it's related to Star Wars. That's it. So the next function here is basically clearing everything on this window. So it's basically this. We'll do it right. CLS. It's basically that. And of course it gets rid of it on the actual background. So it's just basically a way of actually clearing up everything. And I've got to sort out why that's doing that. So then we got that's sorting out the position of where the command, where this bar is going to go through. Like if I type in something like that, I've had to manually sort out how to move it down, and that's basically what that function is doing. It's getting the how many bits are in the history plus the actual size of the text, like the wire scale of the text, and it just bumps them down. So then, yeah, then I take that and actually move the command bar down. And this add to history is basically what you've just seen here, which is just taking the text and just adding it to the page. Simple as that. It's a bit more complex than that. I've been working on this for about 2 weeks now. And this write function is also taken from that computer craft. What do you call it? Minecraft mod, if you like. It's basically just I just emulated it in here. So all it does is it takes a line of text and then makes a frame, like a text label if you like, and I don't actually use that text label here because I'm using it as a reference, so then I'll know how long. Let's have a look if I've got it right. So if I do that, there's a bug there. I've got to sort that out. It's meant to sort of drop down as you go to the edge of the page. That's because I've been updating my directory. Right, there we go. This all sorts itself out. So that is just me working out how many characters are on the page itself, and then how what the size of those characters per pixel, and then I can just put it onto the page as a history. And these are not actually used yet, but this will be how I sort of set the text color and the background. And this is just an internal function to return the history. If you want to make a program with it, you can call that. You can get the history of what's actually been printed, and if you wanted to, you can actually play around with that eventually. Then you've got the command bar, which is that, and these sort of things. I don't know why that is duplicated. That must be something going on there. I think I've got a name that I changed. I forgot to change it on the other side. Then we got changed font size, which is self-explanatory. I can't say it. As I say, you know what that is. It just changes the font size. And then the font face is what the font is, like Arial, Comic Sans, etc., etc. Whatever Roblox has got on their font faces. Then this get actual size is my hack in how to work out how big each character per font size is in pixels. So I sort of call that every time I change the size and when this script actually runs, so then I can set the internal font size pix to the text bonds of that text frame. So if you ever done that in like here, I'll scroll down, we got a value there, and if I'd done my maths right, that would be 9 pixels by 9 pixels, and that's what that would be. So then I'm setting everything to that, and if you change the font size or font face, it updates it automatically. And this get max characters per line is working out how many characters per line basically on the window, and that's what I need to change, where you got the bug of it going off the screen. Then we got the create element, which is working out the like the clickable bits of the console. It's just a way of actually handling that, a nice neat way of doing it, and that. So it's just basically just hooking up like on click and such and such. No, wait a minute, that's creating. I'm talking out my what's it again. That's actually creating the classes, if you like. I forgot I had that there. I don't think I've actually used that. You see, very messy. Then the main setup function, which is calling that font actual size, which is getting the size of the characters in pixels. Then I'm hooking up these, which is, this is possibly where this is actually duplicating these for some reason. I think it might be because I'm calling setup for multiple places maybe, but I'll work that out later. So this is just setting up all those objects, basically the input field and things, and add events to is my custom way of actually adding things to it, where I can just say self remove event from and that text field. It will just do it, or eventually will do. Then this update screen is basically just updating where the parts and bits and pieces go. Like I'll work out, let's just type something. Basically just working out how much to move things up and down. It just updates the screen basically, and that's a massive, quite a complex little function. And yeah, there we go, event handler. That's what I thought the other one was, but it's basically just my event list. I've created an event list where I can actually add events to my console, and if you want to, you can actually unhook things easily. Yeah, there we go. Add event to, remove event. Then we got default message, which is basically, I'll close everything down, basically that. So if I go or should I say it's basically that. Close that down and open. And of course, as you saw there, it actually updates it sort of remembers where you were until you close the game down, then reopen it, then it will be back to normal. And we got full screen mode, which is basically this. I might stretch that to the full window, but at the moment I've just done that for simplicity, if you like. And my directory module is actually quite small at the moment, which is what's handling all the directory changing and moving things around. You might see a few little things here that I've just typed in on here, like change dir, get working dir, read dir. That's the only things I've got in here at the moment. And this little thing is that film that I was talking about. So I think it's actually time I might as well get it working. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave you to it, and hopefully if this goes right, I haven't tried it since I've been doing quite a bit of programming, so hopefully it'll go right. All I've got to do is type one little thing and it'll clear the screen, and it should play in this console. So here we go, and hopefully I'll talk to you guys later, and hopefully I'll have a few more videos out soon. Anyway, see you later guys. Thank you. Let's restart that. That didn't go right.